hold on, friends, wait. Have you been to Goodwill or a tag sale or whatever and gotten a really cool item, but it really wasn't your style and you wanted to redo it? That's what this video is all about. I'm so excited. Look what my sister gave me. It's this cute little bucket thing. She got it at Goodwill for, she paid the price, $6. Wow. But I've had it in my stash. I want to redo it because this is not my jam. So I wanted to just listen and tell me in the comments, friends, if this is a good idea or not. I wanted to every week, not only do I want to provide the big video that I do on Sunday nights, but I also wanted to do one just for fun. Like, this is like just for fun. Like, these are the things that in my squirrely brain I think about and I want to do fun projects on. So I figured I would start doing one, try to do one a week that is just a super fun project, how to redo something or whatever. So let me know in the comments, is this a yeah, get to it, or please no, don't do that, we're good. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy this, and don't forget, friends, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of the Crazy Pants DIY fun. Even I don't know what I'm gonna do next. All right, let's get to this redo. Okay, friends, let's do this. So this little box, adorable, like I said, came from Goodwill. My sis got it. I'm pretty sure she didn't pay $6 for it, but whatever. So here's the box. It's adorable, and I'm sure it's somebody's aesthetic. It's just not mine. I'm also going to use some of this brown wax and some Dixie Belle paint. The color is drop cloth. Now, starting this, you can see that this little emblem apple thing, they're like raised, and I tried to scrape it off, couldn't do that. I did get the sticker from Goodwill off by applying a little bit of heat, but you can see I keep trying to scrape it, whatever. I gave up. I used my Ryobi sander and I just sanded it off to the glory of God. Do however you'd like. I did it on both sides, and I also did it on the sides because the paint was raised as well, and we didn't want that to pop through when we did the next steps. So I sanded that as well. Again, I'm using a Ryobi cordless sander, and then I went and tried to vacuum out each of the little cubbies. Next, I am using some of the Dixie Belle paint. Again, it's the color drop cloth. I watered it down a little bit just so that I could get in the nooks and crannies a little easier. And I did all of the inside. I did the inside first, just to make sure that it was really done and I could do it without making it too much of a mess. And I did have to go over, because I watered it down, I did have to go over it a couple times with not watered down because you could still see the brush strokes. But then I did the top of it, then I did the sides. I saved the handle for last. And I did also do the bottom because, you know, I know nobody's going to see it, but I know it's there. I don't know if that makes any sense. But again, I just did each of the sides. And let me tell you, Dixie Belle paint, they're not messing around. Like, this paint is sweet. So I let it dry fully. Now I have this sweet little hammer in my stash. Look at how cute. Oh, it's like a little baby. You gotta cuddle it. So cute. Well, we're going to use it to distress our toolbox. So I just went and hammered it all around. I used both ends. Sometimes I did little round ones. Then sometimes I did the edge of it just so that it gave a real big ding. I am fully aware this is not everybody's jam. So if distressing isn't your thing, don't do it. But you know it's mine. So I have to. So I just went around and just hammered it. Can you use a regular hammer and not a wee little hammer like mine? Yes, you probably would get a better result because my wee little hammer took a little effort. So then I take my wax and I take my sponge. I sprayed a little bit of water on my sponge and then I put the wax on the sponge. And now I initially do it on the bottom because I like to see if I'm going to like it. It's safer that way, right? So that's a tip for you. You can always try to do stuff on the bottom of your project. If you don't like it, you can, it's on the bottom. Nobody's going to see it. But I liked it, so I decided, all right, we're going to try to go light. I was trying to go light, and I was like, I put it on and just on the edges, and I decided, let's wipe it off just to see if it would do something different. I'm like, okay, but I wasn't really like, this isn't enough for me. It's not enough. So then I decided to go all in with the wax, and I really started to wipe it on there. And friends, holy moly, I liked it so much more. Yeah. This isn't the only step though, so don't worry, friends. We're going to change it even further. But I did this to each of the sides. Again, I just add the wax to the sponge and just start wiping it on. And you can see where I put all of the ding marks in. Love that. This happened to be really like strong wood. Is that the right term? Hard. That's a better word. It's really hard wood because it did not take well to my hammering. It took some effort. Let me put it that way. So if you have one and it's made with a softer wood, you're probably going to get better distressing marks. But anyways, I did this all the way around. I just kept waxing and wiping it off. You could use a baby wipe. I did the handle. You can see I changed the view. So don't judge me for my messy table. I am a crafter and a creative, and my brain works in weird ways. And having the table like this is a result of that. Thank you for extending me grace. Anyways, so you see here, I'm just doing exactly what we talked about. I'm just adding the wax and then wiping it off. Again, do you have to do it this way? No, but this could be a really good idea for you. If you have a piece that you have been wanting to redo, this could give you, it could spark some ideas for you. Then I get my little sander. These are Gator sanders. Got them at Walmart, but you can get them on Amazon. And I am just now starting to sand. Now I started again doing like, let's just do a little. And then I decided, no, let's just go all in. So I went all in and I went sideways. And are you kidding? Look at how cool. And then I went up and down. So it's almost like a hash mark. And I am there for it. Oh my goodness. You can see all the ding marks so much better. I did go a little too crazy pants on one of them. You'll see it at the end where you'll be able to see where I sanded a little too much, but that's okay. We live and learn, right? But I just kept going and sanding. And so now the green is popping through, which I absolutely love. What I was trying to do, which it went too far, was I was trying to make like rub marks almost. It didn't work out for me, but maybe you would know how to do that and it could work out. But here it is. Are you kidding me? See, that's the part where I went too hard. But anyways, look at how fun it is. I love it. I love it. And then I decided, well, we have to embellish it. So we're going to make a cute little messy bow for each end. And I'll show you how to do that. So this is homespun fabric. And I'm just going to take like a little rectangle of it. And I'm going to make little cuts. They're probably 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch little cuts. And then I'm going to rip off the little pieces. So now we have a bunch of little strips. Did I count the little strips? No, I did not. You just do it as much as your heart tells you to stop, right? I also have drop cloth and I have a couple of strips of that. That one's a little bit harder to tear, so you might have to tear them a little thicker. And then we're just going to crisscross applesauce, kind of make a star kind of look. And I just keep alternating and putting them all around on the on themselves, right? I liked it a little bit fuller. You do yours however you'd like. You can add different things to them. I just happened to, I was just trying to have fun with it. Again, this video, I was just trying to have fun and kind of let my primitive loving heart go to town. And so that's what we did. Everybody needs to do that every once in a while, right? Because this is supposed to be stress relieving. And when you're stuck in a box, it's not really stress relieving, right, anymore? So that's what we're doing. So here I have a wee tiny little zip tie, and I'm going to put that on the back, and I'm just going to zip tie it closed. Could you tie it with jute? Absolutely. But I have found, and I found how I learned how to do these bows was from Melanie Ferguson with Southern Crush at DIY. Southern Crush DIY, something like that. Melanie Ferguson. She has a beautiful channel on YouTube and Facebook and all the things, but that's where I learned how to do this bow. Thank you, Melanie. Anyways, so we just tighten that down, and she used the zip ties. It was mind-blowing to me, and it's a game changer, in my opinion. Anyways, so I just fluffed it around, and then I had these adorable rusty stars that I had gotten on Amazon. Put a little glue in the center of my bow and added my little rusty star, and oh, look at how pretty it is. I love it. Well, then I decided let's go even further. And if you remember from my pumpkin video, I had found this garland that I had gotten, I think at Hobby Lobby or something, but they're just wired garland. And I took pieces off of it. And so this is just one of the sprigs off of it. what I'm doing right now is just curling it around a dowel so that it is like curly Q instead of just straight. You don't have to do that part, but I think it makes it look even better. Then I take some greenery that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby and I'm going to add it to that stem and just, see how it is. Then I'm going to take the excess of the top of that garland and I'm just wrapping it on itself so that it holds all of those greenery together too. Then I kind of rearrange it, make sure that it's, the way I want it to look. Then I take a piece of jute and I fold it in half and then I put it through the loop so that we can put that loop, what is it called? Like a slip knot? We're going to put that slip knot, even if it isn't called that, I'm going to call it. We're going to put that on the stem and we're going to snug it up. Then we're going to glue our little bow to the front of that. And look at, oh! And then you can tie it to your little tool. What is it called? Like a little toolbox, whatever. But anyways, if you don't have commitment issues like I do, you could glue it on there. But I have commitment issues. You know this. Love me through it. I tied it on there because I want to be able to untie it and use it for something else or add something else to it. So there you go. But look are you kidding me? Look at how pretty it is. I love it so much. And there's so many ways that you could use this. We could put our silverware and napkins on it and use it for our table or a picnic table. Or you could put your craft stuff in it. Or you could put decor stuff in it and put little flowers. Oh my. Listen, I am going crazy pants thinking of all the options. I love it. Oh, and it all came from a Goodwill little box. Thanks to my sis with Berkshire Pickers for the box. And that's that. Anyways, friends, thank you so much for watching. And I hope this inspires you.